Explorer LLTTF Paranormal and Urban Exploring is a small YouTube channel that truly lives up to its name. The content features the uploader exploring various abandoned and allegedly haunted buildings, along with the occasional paranormal investigation. In a video uploaded in August 2021, the channel owner is joined by a couple of friends to explore an undisclosed building that was reportedly built in 1908 and is said to be haunted. According to one of the crew members, the building was run by priests from the early to late 1980s and served as a place for troubled boys. The boys were supposedly sent there to receive help with behavioral problems. However, it's claimed that instead of helping them, the priests abused the children. With such a dark and troubling past, it's no surprise that the building feels incredibly eerie inside, and that's exactly the atmosphere the explorers encounter. For a while, the group searches the area but doesn't find anything particularly unusual. That is, until around the 17-minute mark, when they suddenly notice something strange happening with the chandeliers. Take a look.
What? Dude, Jesus Christ, Herb. Dude, that fan's moving too. Look! It just stopped. What the?
We saw them things up there too, man. It was like on the fan up
Look
there.
at.
It was jumping around and then it jumped down here.
Dude, this ain't stopping.
That one was swinging. That one was swinging like that before. Now this one is moving. I don't know.
Dude, last time something like this happened, I ran out. I'm not running this time.
I feel a little weird right now.
Dude, my heart's racing.
I feel weird.
Shortly after this incident, the crew decides it's time to wrap things up and head home for the night. They even begin recording their usual YouTube outro to the camera when, suddenly, something unexpected interrupts them.
Don't forget, visit Explorer. Show him, Herm, where explorerllttf.com is. Right above his head. And then we got Chizza Chad right there.
Back here.
Yep. Yo! What the f? Dude. I'm getting the f out of here. Dude, I don't know. Bro.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
So this naturally raises the question, what could have caused the chandeliers to move, and what was responsible for the loud banging noise at the end? Could it have been the spirit of a child who once lived there decades ago? I'll let you be the judge. A Reddit user named Cranberry Carney shared the following clip to the Cursed videos just over 2 months ago, and it has quickly become one of the most mysterious videos I've seen in quite some time. The subreddit certainly lives up to its name with this unsettling clip. The footage has a distinctly homemade 1990s feel and appears to show a couple of people exploring an abandoned building somewhere in Japan. Toward the end of the video, the cameraman pans up to film his friend standing in a doorway. But instead of simply capturing his friend, the camera records something far more disturbing, something that looks like it came straight out of a nightmare. Take a look. A mysterious man with a gray face can be seen peering directly at the camera, which clearly startles the cameraman, The sudden sight causes him to panic, and the video abruptly cuts off soon after. Whether this video is real or staged, there's no denying that it's the kind of footage that could give you nightmares tonight. This man was terrified by a figure he believes to be a ghost when he just got home from work and arrived in front of his house. Watch closely.
Pulang kerja malam-malam, tiba-tiba ada sesuatu, guys.
Guys. Eta naon, guys? Astagfirullahaladzim, mani. Eta naon, guys? Sieun.
As we can see in the video, a white figure appears, which he believes to be the apparition of a Kuntilanak, sitting in the darkness beside his house. He looks shocked and visibly terrified upon seeing it. The RMS Queen Mary is a retired British ocean liner that primarily sailed on the North Atlantic between the years 1936–1967 for the Cunard White Star Line. However, 1967 was the final year that the Queen Mary would set sail, as it was put into retirement, its last voyage being to the port of Long Beach, California. Naturally, since the ship has been retired and nobody has set sail on it for several decades, there are bound to be some levels of eeriness if anybody were to walk inside and see what it's like. That's exactly what YouTuber Rockhard did on August 13th, 2008. He explains in the description that he had his camera on him and was filming something early in the day but forgot to turn it off, so he was filming for quite a while. He went off to take a smoke break before setting the camera down, facing this corridor, which would prove to capture something terrifying. As you can see, a series of human-looking ghosts are shown to be walking through the ship as though they don't have a care in the world, making it all the more creepy, especially if the footage is indeed real. Some people in the comments show skepticism, whereas others are convinced that this is authentic ghost footage captured on camera. So, what do you think? Were these really ghosts captured on the infamous RMS Queen Mary, or was this an altered piece of footage? Be sure to tell me your ideas in the comments. The following video was shared over on the Surspook subreddit and was published by user Crims021, who is a manager at a business. He provides a bit of context by saying that one of his employees was working in the back when, all of a sudden, this happened.
You see it?
The emergency door, which is located toward the back of the building, mysteriously opens all by itself from the outside, before a strange, mist-like shadow seemingly moves around, before the video ultimately cuts off. Crims says that the video was filmed all the way back in 2017, but he is still confused as to what exactly happened in the clip, and I don't blame him. It just goes to show you that potential paranormal incidents can stick with you long after they initially occur. Over on Reddit, an uploader shared this video and provided some context by stating that the video was filmed at his younger brother's girlfriend's house at 1:00 inches the afternoon. Somebody entered the room and noticed something was amiss. They decided to check the security camera footage from the camera that was stationed inside the room and were shocked at what they discovered. Take a look at this. Somehow, one of the drawers in the room comes flying out of nowhere onto the ground, scaring both dogs that were in the room at the time. A few people in the comments have suggested that perhaps the dog's collar had gotten caught on the drawer handle, and when the dog moved away, it caused the entire drawer to fly out. But others have pointed out that that's probably not possible, as the collar is very short and doesn't look like it got caught on anything. Regardless of what actually happened here, it's definitely a chilling piece of footage, and it's certainly not something you'd want to see on your home security camera. A young man was left terrified and too afraid to continue his journey after spotting what he suspected to be a ghost apparition. The figure was seen near a roadside wall by a local resident's house. Take a look. As we can see in the video, a head with a pale face appears to be floating near the wall of a local resident's house. This sight left the young man feeling absolutely terrified and too afraid to pass by it. He could only wait for another driver to arrive so they could pass the area together. A man on YouTube going by the username 1916haunting says that he was just filming a video about his new house and all the changes he was making to it for his subscribers and his family members to watch. The house that he just bought was built in 1916, and obviously, since more than 100 years have gone by since the house was initially constructed, many people have inhabited the walls, and inevitably, some have died inside as well. Around the 10-minute mark in the video, the YouTuber is conducting his house tour as he promised, but it doesn't necessarily go as smoothly as he initially planned. He turns the corner and shows off his makeshift bar he is setting up in the room when he hears something nearby that shakes him to his core. Have a look and a listen.
This, and of course you got the bar. This is a work in progress thing. Hey, what the f? Should I tell Emily? What, even she's freaking out.
Loud, rapidly increasing footsteps are heard racing down the staircase, which causes the uploader to have a brief lapse of panic at the sudden loud noise. But when he goes to investigate, he can't find anybody or anything inside the house. Take a look at some of the other creepy things that have happened in this basement and surrounding the staircase.
Alright, so pardon the mess, but this is what I was telling you about, man. So, you got the toilet. Yeah, it's a completely open bathroom just in the middle of the...
Since this has happened, the uploader believes that perhaps it is the ghost of somebody who passed away in the house many years ago and is still stuck. forever confined in the walls. What do you think? Is there a ghost in this YouTuber's house? Is this something less sinister and he shouldn't worry? Let me know your thoughts. Nightwatch Exploration is a small YouTube channel that focuses on the channel owners as they explore various different abandoned buildings from around the world, often resulting in creepy and unsettling things to occur during their investigations. In this video, published to their channel in July of 2021, the group heads out to an abandoned military hangar at an undisclosed location. They clarify in the description that they had no prior knowledge of the site being haunted before conducting their exploration, but after venturing inside, they surely found that out the hard way. While inside the hangar, the crew starts to get quite uncomfortable fairly early on, and it's hard to blame them. Not only is the place extremely quiet, but it's also very dark, forcing the crew members to use flashlights to traverse the area. But take a close look during the video, and you will see something strange start to follow the crew.
Hello, sir. What the f is that? What the f is that right there? Oh! What the f is that shit? What the f was that? What the f was that shit, bro? What the f was that shit, man?
How did it even f***ing get through here? Look at this.
Holy shit, bro. There's no way, whatever that... Listen.
That's just thunder.
That's thunder, but what the is that? There's no way, I can't make it. There's no way that whatever we just saw could run
Through here, that
through here.
fast.
I mean, look how thick that bush is.
Look at this.
There's no way we would have heard. He would have been. Oh.
What could this strange figure possibly be? And perhaps a better question, what does it want with the Nightwatch Exploration crew? It's a mystery that may never be solved, but one thing is for sure, the group will not want to make a second trip to this military hangar anytime in the near future. A small YouTube channel with only 10 subscribers posted one of the only videos they would ever publish on their account on March 15th, 2019, and although it's only a few seconds long, it most certainly packs quite a punch. In the short video, we follow a group of friends who are presumably wandering outside, simply looking to have some fun while exploring nearby forests during the late hours of the day. The cameraman is filming the area surrounding them while holding a flashlight, while his other friends are somewhere off camera. One of the friends starts to fool around by making loud, animalistic noises, which, in turn, causes some genuinely creepy things to unfold. Take a look.
What was that? Oh shoot! Right there! Right there! Right there! Right there! What was that? Oh shoot! Right there! Right there! Right there! Right there!
Shortly after the uploader's friend makes the noises, a similar noise echoes back to them from a distance, only it's not one of their voices. It's something much more sinister. A few seconds later, a strange, tall, and dark figure quickly runs past the trees before the video shuts off abruptly. The deep, growling voice the friends hear in response, as well as the tall, darkish brown figure that appears in the video, has caused some to believe that a Sasquatch, also known as Bigfoot, was captured on camera. Even the uploader himself seems to think so, as the title of the video reads, "Bigfoot Sighting Real," insisting the footage isn't faked in any way. But what do you think? Is this genuine footage of Bigfoot, or is it just a group of friends fooling around for YouTube? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. This next video, published to Reddit by user Sappy150, might just make you check every room in your house before you go to bed tonight. It may even make you check under your bed like you did when you were a child. After all, it's better to be safe than sorry. The video clocks in at only 6 seconds in length, but it still proves to be creepy. The clip in question appears to have been filmed by a home security camera stationed inside the uploader's living room late at night. Take a look at what they captured. Some people think that the creepy figure captured in the video is a ghost, whereas others believe it's a home intruder secretly living inside the uploader's house without their knowledge. A handful of commenters even recommended that they check all the closets and crawl spaces inside just to make sure they are actually alone and don't have any unwanted inhabitants. If you're watching this video right now, I'd recommend you do the same. Creepypastas have been around since the early 2010s and are internet horror stories created to scare readers for life. Think of them like those campfire stories you probably heard when you were a kid, that your friends would tell to get a rise out of you. One of the most popular, if not the most popular creepypasta character is Slender Man, who even got his own movie in 2018. But I'd argue that in a close second is Jeff the Killer, at least in terms of popularity. Jeff was a regular teenage boy who slowly started to lose his sanity after an incident with bullying. When kids were beating him up, Jeff broke into a rage and fought back, but the bullies eventually burned his face. However, Jeff actually liked the new look. He thought it suited him well. The incident made Jeff's face ghastly pale. He decided to carve a permanent smile into his face and become a serial killer, going on numerous murdering rampages. In this video published by the YouTube channel Cursed Urban, the channel owner and his friends are heading down to the road where, allegedly, Jeff the Killer has murdered someone before. When they arrive on the scene, it's clear that the area is very unsettling and pitch black, with nobody in sight, but that doesn't last for long. Take a look at the scary events that occur within the next minute.
Yo, is that something? Yo,
No, that was a person. You saw that, right?
Yeah.
That was a person. All right, I'm trying to run. They came in here for sure. Yeah, dude. Where else would they go? It's like,
Yo.
whoa, dude, that's a person. That's a person. Yeah, no, we're getting out. No, we're getting out. We're gonna find who that was.
Maybe going in the forest.
Dude, there's somebody right there. Yo.
Hey.
Who are you?
Probably had a freaking crackhead.
Dude, he's got a knife. Dude, he's got a knife.
Yo, let's go.
Dude, get the fuck out of here.
Because of the figure's white face, long dark hair, and the fact that he's wielding a knife, the uploaders believe that they were chased that night by none other than Jeff the Killer himself. Obviously, Jeff the Killer is a fictional character, but could this be some sort of copycat killer, or is it all just one big hoax made for entertainment? The latter option seems likely, but it's still a highly creepy video.